Guys, welcome into Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy with Frank the Crypto Tank. Welcome, welcome, welcome in. We've got some folks in already, and we have a lovely Thursday, August 28th, 7 a.m. Mountain Time here in sunny Colorado. Today we're going to cover auction slots on the XRPL-AMM and everything else. We're going to get into it now. Guys, auction slots are pretty interesting. We are going to... Good morning, Francisco. Welcome in. Welcome into the channel this morning. Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with Frank the Crypto Tank. And please tap like and subscribe if you don't mind. Excuse me. We haven't gotten into professorship in quite a bit. Let's go ahead and pull the board out. We haven't had it out in a couple of days. This is important for this talk. So let's make this... little teaching session happen here with the board. We're going to make it fun for you. Yeah. Okay. Now up on the board, as you can see, auction slots on the ledger, they're different. Auction slots are basically special trading licenses on the ledger. I'm going to get into it today. Welcome into Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with Frank the Crypto Tank. Professor Tank coming at you this morning early. So we talked about automated market makers on the ledger, and one of the most unique, misunderstood features is, of course, the auction slot system that we're covering today. Excuse me. This isn't something most blockchains have. So Ethereum and Uniswap and so forth, they don't have this. This is unique to the ledger. So to the XRPL. Essentially, Solana's AMMs also don't have it. It's unique to the ledger, and it was designed basically to fix the problems that the other AMMs struggle with, especially when it comes to arbitrage and impermanent loss. So let's go ahead and break this down in plain English for all of us. Okay. What are auction slots, first of all? Basically special trading licenses. And it's essentially a pay-to-play system where it solves these things here. XRPL pools stay aligned with external markets, which is crucial. I mean, that's what we're talking about. We don't want to deal with impermanent loss. So reduces impermanent loss for LPs, for liquidity providers, and also generates income for providers as well. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. So arbitrage leakage, we're going to talk about that. Let's go ahead and get into it and break her down. Now, every AMM in crypto runs into an issue called arbitrage leakage. How cool. That is actually the perfect way to just float. It's literally a piece of lint or something. I literally captured it. There's so much light here. It's brighter than the sun. Anyway, you've got arbitrage leakage, which is crucial. It means the price moves. It means when price moves on outside markets, arbitrage traders step in and profit by realigning the AMM pool price for everybody. So on Uniswap, for example, if Ethereum pumps on centralized exchanges, arbitrage traders rush in and then buy cheap Ethereum from the pool. And then they sell it elsewhere. So it keeps the pool's price aligned with the market, but profit goes entirely to the arbitrageur. Who loses? Liquidity providers lose. So they suffer a permanent loss, which we want to stay away from. And that only happens if you actually make your move. And if you just leave it, sometimes it can rebalance for you, but it's ever an issue because they're effectively selling cheap and buying expensive to keep the pool in balance. So the XRP team looked at this and asked, well, what if we captured some of that arbitrage profit and recycle it back into the system to benefit liquidity providers? And that's what happened. And we've heard Schwartz talk about this before, David Schwartz. So that's where auction slots come in. They're unique to the XRPL. It's pretty cool. You can think of it as kind of like a special trading license. Like we said, every AMM pool on the XRPL runs a continuous 24-hour auction. So it's always happening. Traders can bid XRP to win that slot. Whoever gets the right to trade inside that pool with a discount, they get a discounted fee if they win that right. So for the next 24 hours, that's how it plays out. During that time, if price moves, or if there's an arbitrage opportunities, that slot holder gets the privilege of executing those trades at lower costs than everybody else. Nice benefit. In other words, they win the right to be the designated arbitrager, basically. We can call it designated arbitrager for that pool, at least in terms of cost advantage for that time. Now, why does this matter? Of course, because it flips the economics arbitrage structure. Instead of the profit leaking out to whoever gets there first, the system captures the value now. The winning bidder pays XRP to secure a slot, and then that XRP goes into the pool and is distributed back to liquidity providers, to the LPs. Now, the slot winner gets to exploit arbitrage with lower fees. That's pretty cool. That's a little clever, nice, interesting little loop there. Liquidity providers are not just from normal swaps now, but also from auction proceeds. So arbitrage still happens, but now it benefits the whole pool, not just the outside trader. Pretty interesting stuff. The mechanics of how this works step by step. To make this crystal clear for everybody, a 24-hour auction runs continuously for each AMM pool. Traders bid XRP for the right to the slot, and then the highest bidder wins and pays their bid into the pool. Now, that XRP is added to the pool's assets and indirectly rewards the LPs. Now, for the next 24 hours, the slot winner gets reduced fees on trades in that pool, often close to zero. That's pretty crazy. Interesting. Excuse me. All right. Now, when the market shifts, all right, and arbitrage is needed, the slot winner is strongly incentivized to act now because they've already paid up front, of course, for this privilege. So, naturally, because their fees are lower, they can execute more trades profitably than anybody else. So, of course, they're going to take advantage of that. Now, this keeps the pool tight, of course, tightly aligned with the external markets, which is crucial. One of the major benefits, of course, that we're talking about. It's so fun to point with this thing. My pit bull thinks something's at the door. Someone's at the door. Now, other AMMs rely entirely on free market arbitrage, okay? Whoever sees the opportunity first wins. On XRPL, the arbitrage game is actually structured now. It's turned into a pay-to-play system. Hang on. Pay-to-play system. It has turned now into a pay-to-play system where the winner shares value with the community now for kind of like the first time. I don't know who else is doing this. in the crypto space. This means XRPL pools can, one, stay aligned with external markets, also reduce impermanent loss for LPs, of course, and generate extra income for providers. So it's like moving from Wild West kind of thing to a regulated toll, a pike system, a turnpike system, where the toll gets reinvested back into the road itself, hopefully. Let's not go there. The benefits of liquidity providers. So for the providers themselves, okay, the people who deposit their tokens into the AMM pool, of course, auction slots are a huge deal for them, and here's why. They earn trading fees just like in Uniswap. They also earn indirectly from the auction proceeds because the XRP paid by the slot winner enriches the pool. And so the auction systems help prevent draining losses from arbitrageurs. The way it's spelled is arbitrageurs, but it's arbitrageurs. Put simply, LPs on XRPL get 2 revenue streams instead of just 1. So, benefits for the trader. What about the actual traders now? By the way, welcome in. Tupals, welcome in. Two Paws commenting. Hang on, Two Paws. Get to comments in 2 seconds here. Let's finish the rest of this again because I get so distracted. Thanks for commenting too, by the way, on this because I see you're laying it down. I love my peeps. Thank you for coming in, and I love my knowledgeable XRP people in the community, all of us. Francisco, Two Paws, everybody who comes in. Thank you much. Welcome to Crypto Info Blockchain Meetings. I'm not a financial advisor. You can lose everything crypto, so don't buy or sell anything. This is what I say I do because you can lose everything. All right. Now, here's the deal. If you're an active trader, arbitrager, you now have this extra layer, this extra strategy layer, okay? You can decide to bid for this slot if you want that 24-hour discount like we mentioned earlier, or, excuse me, if you win, your edge improves dramatically because your trades cost less, sometimes close to zero with this. That's the advantage that you get when you're in that position for 24 hours. Sometimes it's close to zero. That means the system rewards longer-term commitment instead of just whoever is the fastest with a bot. And that does change a lot. Happens all the time. Anyway. All right, now here's the deal. System isn't perfect with this. Let's get some comments. Because I got a little bit more on this. It's going to take too long. I'm missing my... don't miss the moment, right? Don't miss the moment. All right, let's get to comments. Chipaz, welcome in, everybody. Chipaz, you got laying it down. Let's see. I am still not confident on AMM that they always seem to be rewarding after a massive punt. They dump your bags, giving you back a fraction. Same with staking. Yeah, okay, interesting point. So you're seeing that they're kind of bullcrapping, and they're not saying what they say they do. Is that what you're saying to me? When it first came on the XRPL, people lost thousands of XRP for cheap, says Two Big Paws. For cheap, as the liquidity and sell walls were not great. Yep. Thank you for asking for that like. I appreciate you, bro. And yes, we're missing a few. Where is everybody this morning? They'll be back in. Monsager joins us. Welcome in. I love it. I love seeing the people in. My wife's like, calm down. People jump in the chat. You get all crazy. It's like, yeah, of course I'm excited. It's fun. This is a fun thing, man. Who the heck's into this stuff except for us? You found the weirdo in the world that's into this stuff. I found the weirdos in the world that are into this stuff. It's cool. We're about to be very, not financial advice on their channel, well-off weirdos. Yeah, the new club, the well-off weirdos. Risk and dynamics concerning this whole thing. Never buy or sell anything because of what I say or do on the channel because I'm not a financial advisor. You have to consult your registered investment advisor for that, your RIA. Never buy or sell anything because of what you say or do, especially not XRP, XLM, XDC, HBAR, IOTA, Algo, VET, Quant. All right, BTC, Ethereum, and Solana. You can play on my list. Whatever, but you're down at the bottom. But anyway, you can be on the list. It's okay. And I'm not any kind of a maxi. You know what? Those who get first mover advantage like that on my list, yeah, I'm going to equalize things, a level playing field a little bit. You could take the back seat on my list. You'll be down there. Hey, Tank, you're really saying that because you missed those. Maybe. All right, maybe. Okay. All right, risk and dynamics, of course. No system. I own all of them, by the way. I missed the boat on Ethereum. I missed the boat on Bitcoin. And I missed the boat to the tune of getting ready to drop 5K, not financial advice, on Solana. February before it ran that summer, something like 9.6 mil before tax in like 6 months. Anyway, next time, don't talk, just act, right? That's the lesson. Anyway, for me, that was my lesson. I took out of that lesson that I could have had almost 10 mil pre-tax in 6 months with that move. And I was literally going to pull. And I said to myself, because I talked to the wife, and it's not her fault. And I talked and I deliberated and I thought about. Nope. Oops. Whoopsie. 10 mil. Literally 10 mil. Whoops. Oops. I just tripped over this thing. Oops. Oh, and now I missed whatever was there. Don't worry, it's not important. Later I found out, well, what was that? It was $10 million. Oh, before tax. Oops. Yeah, boy, did I miss Solana. I missed the Solana big time. Anyway, I missed a few, and it's okay. Let's get back to this. Boy, I start getting into it because I'm like, wait, Could have had 10 mil pre-tax. In 6 months. Between the move, pulling the trigger, and then pulling the trigger again on the way up and down the mountain. When it went to whatever, it was like $8 now, whatever it went to. All right, anyway, risks and dynamics, of course. Now, no system is perfect. Now, for the trader, if the trader overbigs for the auction slot and the market stays flat, they might lose money because they paid too much up front. Liquidity providers still face impermanent loss, but the auction proceeds help offset it now. So if the pool is small, the auction slot may not be as competitive, which could mean fewer proceeds distributed. I think it always means, and I think that's kind of what the point is. With these guys, look at, you got to understand, I don't do these liquid. I don't do this. I don't stake. I don't do all that stuff. I got buddies that do all this stuff. They're like, oh, you don't stake, and I'm making money in crypto. I'm like, yeah. It's weird how my risk appetite is very ravenous, but at some points in time, but then when it comes to staking and so forth, I don't want to mess around. I ain't get letting no, that's my XRP now, child. That stays on the cold. I'm serious. I'm trying to be fun about this, but this is my precious XRP. You honestly believe I'm just going to be going lending this stuff out? What if something happens? Oh, I didn't see the fine print or what? Oh, sorry. Hey, you know what? No, I'm sorry. We didn't say we were doing this, but yeah, sorry, you can't have your XRP back. Whatever. No, I'm not playing games. Not your keys, not your crypto. Yeah. No, I don't like the staking game. I don't like the LP provider game. I don't like all this crazy newfangled stuff. I'm old. I'm 54 years old. I'm not going to be playing games with this stuff. My buddy tells me, oh my gosh, you're missing a lot of money. I'm like, you're right, I am. It's true. I'm also missing the risk of not having anything concerning this one or that one if something happens that is out of my control. Anyway, yeah, I don't like it. I just don't like it. I don't like playing games in the DeFi space. That's not who I am. One day maybe I'll turn tail and I'll throw my baseball cap on backwards and I'll turn back time like Benjamin Button, and I won't be this old guy. But right now I'm an old guy, and I like to play it the way I play it. I sound like the guys who I deal with consistently throughout my day that are in their 60s and 70s and do fantastic in this world, and I'm very impressed with them, by the way. And they say to me, I am good. I got my real estate, and I'm good. I'm like, God bless you. That's one good piece, solid piece. You have a little extra money, I'm pretty sure. And that's what you're trying to tell me. So why not now something like this? Never financial advice, by the way, or AI or something. Anyway, because I'm too old. I'm not. What about you? What about the grandkids? Not always about you. Sometimes it's about the next one's coming up. Help them with some funds in there and for what is 401b or so, whatever, a business to save or their business or something. They want to start a business in this world and not just to give a handout, to be doled out properly as such, as laid out as such, in the decree of the legal documents. But anyway, why not help? Why not help a brother? Why not help a son or a daughter as well? Or a granddaughter once you're gone or whatever? Why not help? Right? So it's not just about us. I hear a lot of older folks saying, I'll never be able to be alive to realize those gains. Well, it's not always about you. What about your grandkids? You want to do something for them? Anyhow, now here's the deal. It's still designed and is built to improve the standard AMM model, not to replace it entirely. Like I said, there are still risks with this whole thing, and the bigger picture and why it matters to XRPL's future. Zooming out here, okay, it's about institutional grade design, as we're always ever looking for concerning this stuff. Yes, I love the meme coin play with the general public, the retail playing games with crypto. I love it. What I love even more, never financial advice, is utility. Our utility plays. Zooming out, okay, as stable coins, tokenizing assets, and real-world financial products start coming onto the XRPL, right, being tokenized, liquidity has to be deep, stable, and efficient to be able to handle this on a daily basis, because we're going to be driving by and being like, I like that piece right there. I like that little property right there. On the phone, hopping on, boom, and buying a little piece of that property right there that you drove by in Manhattan or whatever. on chain. So it's very interesting stuff. Just a little tiny sliver of it. Very interesting stuff. The auction slot system, like Trump Towers or something, that'd be so interesting. And you're buying a little piece on chain of Trump Tower, tokenized Trump Tower. The auction slot system ensures that pools stay balanced, that liquidity providers are, of course, rewarded fairly, and that the arbitrage adds value instead of draining it away from the pool. Now, it's another way XRPL shows, of course, that it's building not just for retail users, but next generation of finance, which, of course, I won't be a part of, except for maybe down the road. I may let an institution hold some of my XRP if they give me 15% back or something like that, if the fine print looks nice to my attorneys, and then I would move forward. Let's recap now. Problems. AMMs leak value to arbitrageurs. Still, there's no way to avoid it. Of course, hurting liquidity providers and solutions concerning this whole thing. XRPL introduces auction slots where arbitrage rights are sold and proceeds flow back into the pool to reward. Now, how it works, 24-hour continuous auction slots, what we're dealing with here. Bids paid to XRP, slot winner gets near zero fees. That's killer for that period of time. Now, result pools stay aligned. LPs, liquidity providers earn more. Traders can strategize, and the system as a whole grows stronger with this method. Now, this is what makes XRPL's AMM stand out. It's not just copying Ethereum or Solana or one of these others. It's innovating with features that could set the standard for institutional DeFi moving forward concerning all of this. So, interesting stuff. Let's see. Yeah, guys, what do you think about all this? Talk to me. Tell me what you think. Oh, yes. Tell me what you think about all of this. Where do we stand with all of this? Where are we with all of this? I ever wonder where we are. Let's take a look at the market cap today. We have a $3.92 trillion cryptocurrency market cap. We are 5 points into fear today on the Fear and Greed Index. And Bitcoin's doing its pump. 113,437 for a Bitcoin. Ethereum's at 4,612 for an Ethereum. XRP making its way up past that mark, that $3 mark, ever a crucial psychological point for XRP. And that's all these things are with XRP now, because we do not have permission features turned on the ledger yet. And I feel like I have a hair on me. I guess I don't. Get off of me. Here's the deal. XRP is not realized. Never financial advice. Wait till we see what happens with XRP coming up here. Sitting inside of a thin liquidity environment. Wait till we see what happens when all these switches flip. They haven't flipped yet. We've covered this. The ground has been tilled, right, to plant the seeds, with the case being over and so forth, and 401k executive order signed by Trump allowing private equity land and also crypto into U.S. retirement accounts, and also Project Crypto laying it down for the DOL and also the SEC saying, hey, let's go ahead and reassess and rewrite some of these the way you're saying crypto is, and not laws, but everything you're saying about it, and let's change that to crypto good. Crypto not dangerous, blah, 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 blah. And so now that's what Project Crypto, amongst other things, is doing that. So, some of these switches have not been flipped yet. Some of them have. Some of the flipping of the switches, like the case being over, where the switch has already been flipped, right, hasn't done a lot to shed a lot of light in the room. Or, in other words, send XRP's price cranking yet, right? Interesting. XRP's a big nothing burger. People are typing into the comments. So, I can't argue. Price-wise, it is a nothing burger. I'm waiting. I'm sitting there. Come on now. But I know that the permission features, open permission features, have not been turned on yet, allowing for enterprise-grade utility and transactions on the ledger between these institutions, which is our big play. We aren't even able to use it yet. Our big play, we are not even using it yet. All being set, though. The field is being tilled like you wouldn't believe. And it ain't no little garden like this. That's like a 10 by 10, 10 foot by 10 foot garden in someone's backyard. This is a massive plot of acreage that is being tilled, and seeds are being planted by these monstrous machines with those huge watering things that run across for like thousands and thousands of feet. And you're like, whoa, look at that field full of, that's XRP getting ready to be planted. They're planting now. I'm saying we're at the phase where we're growing underneath, almost like kind of like how bamboo, does its thing. You know how bamboo grows. Hey, Tank, when you go off on the rant, you got to go to full camera. Okay. I'm still learning it. It's fun. This is what makes this so fun. Anyway, I think you get my drift. You still hear my voice, don't you? This is where we're going with this whole thing. This is pretty obvious that XRP has so many light switches, some of which have been turned on, but not shedding a lot of light in the room just yet. I agree. Big nothing burger as of now, price-wise. Coming up in a thin liquidity market when the rest of the switches get flipped, and this thing really turns on, including ETFs, not just them saying yes, some months passing of the inflows and others saying, now, wait a minute, and how much comes on to the ledger in this thin liquidity situation where, oh, yeah, oh, no, that money, not financial advice, that money, you watch, XRP go to 100, go to 200, go to 300, 400, 500. People are like, what is going on with this thing? And it will not stop, because once you start this train ain't going to stop. This snowball going down the hill of it, that is XRP and its ODL usage and so forth, once this train starts, it's not going to stop. It's going to keep going even during bear markets like this. So even during a bear market, we're going to see this coming up. Watch. Here's us now. There you go. That's my call. That's my call right there. Here we are, 2025 with crypto market. Here we are, 2020. Here we are, 2026. We do our crank up. We come down, retrace. We're in extended bull market. We then keep going. We then retrace, still another fake out, go back up even higher than ever before. Here's our trend line. And I am saying that at this point in 2027, I realize I'm making dents in my board when I do that. I saw the dents in my board and I'm thinking, why do I have so many dents in my whiteboard? Because you're whacking it with the thing. Anyway, here is the height right here I am calling. Then we'll see still nice heights, but retrace. Bear market 2029 and time for 2030, 2031 to jump back out up with another, let's call it quote unquote, crypto bull market, not tied to the 4-year cycle per se. But that is my call. That's where I say crypto is going. That's where I say XRP is going. And I say by this point here, XRP is going to Let me climb you up the mountain. There you go. Okay, so there you go. That's my call right here. This is my call in XRP. Right now we're at $3. I'm calling right here. That's $150 XRP right here. Could be $200. Let's get real. $500. Approximately $500 for an XRP 2027. About $500. That's my call. What do I know? We'll just have to see. Getting back to comments, guys. Yes, please. Thanks, Two-Paws, for helping out. Please tap that like and subscribe. I forget to ask. And don't forget to tap the Caleb link down below, even if at least you just learn about them, whether you use them through us or not. Please take care of yourself. We would love for you to use our link, but even if you don't, I really mean that. Take care of yourself with crypto and your cash out. Don't be a millionaire on paper only. That would be crazy. You can't just be sitting on these exchanges and think you're going to hop on when this whole thing cranks up and you're going to be able to get your stuff out. Not financial advice. I don't think that's a wise thought process. You're going to be stuck. This stuff's going to be, you need a Caleb. We all do. Not financial advice. That is my opinion. Anywho, you guys have been awesome today. I think we're about there today. Where are we time-wise? We're a half hour in. I have covered what I wanted to cover. If you guys want me to discuss or cover something else, throw it into the comments now, and I will extend the cast just a little bit further, but I am ready to hop off because I want to be clear, concise, and succinct, and potent and fun and entertaining, and not droning. So if I've got nothing more, I am going to end it. But what else? What else do we want to talk about? Let's see in the comments. Anything else? Tupac says, I'm not sure we will get as big a retracement with global adoption, and we might not. It might just keep going higher and higher. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. We might not get that. Yeah. Yeah, nice point. And that's the thing. We might just keep going with this extended, for XRP and the like, this extended bull run cycle, super cycle, because the utility phase is kicked in and then the years go on and don't really matter what the other cryptocurrency market at large is doing. XRP just kind of stands alone doing its thing in the real world, and some others, and I believe Cardano's in this category too, which I don't mention a lot. But there are some others like Cardano that are going to be in this category, I believe, where people continue to develop and keep going, keep moving on their chain, keep growing, and like an NVIDIA or whatever. And it's wow, this crypto's a thing, and these universities now are pushing out students that are into crypto, and these classes they're taking, and the everyday person's taking online classes instead of going, whatever at university or even online that they would have done before. They're now taking online crypto and getting certified and so forth, and working with blockchain in the world. Taking root, and the largest way is blockchain and crypto over these next years. Yeah, Tupac, you could be correct on that. If we look at this picture, we could not see the drop in the true players like the XRP, XLM, XDCs, Cardanos, quants, so on and so forth. IOTAs, algos, right? VeChains, and the like. Anyway, what else do we have to talk about? I think we're good here, guys. Let's do this thing. Join us here this evening, please. And I've said 7 before, but it's actually 5 p.m. We have our evening cast. It's depending on where you are in the world. Guys, I thank you for coming to Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with Frank the Crypto Tank. Thanks for joining us here this morning. We'll be on tonight, Mountain Time at 5 p.m. Please tap like and subscribe. Monsager, thanks for coming in. Two Paws, thanks for coming in and contributing all you do into the comments as always. Very active and very much appreciated, my good sir. We do appreciate you and your knowledge on the topics as well. Francisco, thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. Everybody else, you guys are awesome. Thanks for sticking with me. We're a little raw at this nascent stage, but we're going to get better and better with this stream. I'm going to get smoother and smoother and more watchable. So I appreciate you joining us. Thanks for being in with us early these days, these early times in Crypto Info Blockchain Meetings with your host, Frank the Crypto Tank. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you tonight at 5 p.m. You guys are awesome. Have the best day ever. Don't forget, take a breath.